Two idiots, one cop. Today's episode, Steve Jobs.
We're back, episode 2, believe it or not. We made it this far. We're on our way to see Steve Jobs. The critically acclaimed already, but we'll see how that goes because our last review.
Yeah, so was Black Mass too.
So we're going to see how this goes. I know we're both pretty excited about this. Aaron Sorkin, Michael Fassbender, Kate Winslet, what's his face?
Seth Rogen,
who's getting like big time buzz for this, which is good.
Yeah, you know, this is written by Sorkin. It was supposed to be directed by Fincher. I think they were really hoping to kind of replicate the Social Network success. But Fincher went off to do Gone Girl instead, which is fine because that movie's awesome. Christian Bale was originally supposed to be Steve Jobs. That's the second time like that after W that he's bowed out from being like a real boy. So we'll see how Fassbender's been, from what I've seen, even the negative reviews for this movie love Fassbender.
Yeah,
so
who doesn't love Fassbender?
I can't think of.
No, me neither.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll let you know what we think of it. So yeah. All right. See you guys after the movie.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So we just saw Steve Jobs.
Yeah. This year I loved Mad Max Fury Road. I loved Ex Machina. Sicario, The Martian. I loved all those films. But we got a new winner.
Oh, we have. It's kind of hard. You know, the first episode I mistakenly said this wasn't about the honeymoon phase, but
it's all about
the honeymoon phase.
That moment where you're still fresh on it, you're still high on it.
It's basically this beautifully written, acted, and directed 3-act play.
Well, it's almost like I'm about to get a little artsy fartsy here.
I mean, look at the angle that we hear. This is about as artsy fartsy as we can get.
So there's a lot of musical symbolism, a lot of musical allegory to this.
Yeah.
The centerpiece, or the master stroke of a symphony, is the sonata. The sonata works in 3 movements: the exposition, the development, and the recapitulation. And so in that sense, this film is like a cinematic sonata. You've got these. It's not a traditional biography in the sense that you're just getting like an overview.
Yeah, it doesn't start at his birth and end at his death.
Yeah, it's not like the Ashton Kutcher film, which for starters, because it's good.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, it really just focuses on 84 to 98.
Yes.
It has wonderfully placed flashbacks. At some. When you're meeting someone for, what would be the last time you meet them in the film, you're also meeting them the first time in the film, like in Steve Jobs' life.
It's beautiful.
It's just this, it's unbelievable. I kind of have like a similar feeling, like when, I think we could probably speak for you as well, when we saw Birdman. When you leave the theater and you're just like, oh, this is what film can be. Yeah.
Nothing so far this year is compared.
Nothing comes close.
There are no weak links performance-wise.
No.
Fassbender, fucking Seth Rogen as Wozniak. Everybody's phenomenal. And in the intro to this, I was like, this was originally supposed to be directed by David Fincher. David Fincher doesn't have the same kinetic style.
No.
That Danny Boyle does.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle, I am now convinced in this one film.
Yeah.
It's hell of a sample size.
Yeah, right.
I'm now convinced there is no better feature film director for Aaron Sorkin dialogue than Danny Boyle.
And just the way they would set
marries
things
perfectly,
and the way they would they'd use the floor and the ceiling and the walls as TVs to show you other moments in just the collective world's life, and it was unbelievable. And Michael Fassbender, I mean, he has thrown down the gauntlet for Best Actor.
And I hope he wins.
I hope he wins big time. And he gave a performance that every reason he should. I mean, there's really no other reason. Just incredible. I mean, it's you're gonna get those movies doing reviews like this where you got really nothing you try to come up with nice things to say, and you're gonna have some that are just fun to say. You know, hey, it was a great film, but this is one we just can't stop talking about how much we loved it.
Again, not like the Ashton Kutcher film. It's not a celebration of his entire life.
No.
It's an examination of Steve Jobs on arguably the 3 most important days of his life.
Here's the thing, too. We're recording this on an iPhone. I'm going to be able to cut this together to post on YouTube through an app made for the iPhone. And just one of those things, you just think about the technology where we're at now, and it seems so obvious that yes, of course this would be the next thing. Of course iPhones would be a thing. Now we think of it like, how else would,
what was life before?
What was life? Yeah, but he was the guy, the chief architect in the big thinking aspect of it that made it a reality. And it's kind of like when we didn't see The Social Network together, but back when The Social Network came out,
this beats The Social Network.
It does. As soon as Social Network was done, everyone's popping on their iPhones, going on Facebook and posting about it, and just the time we live in, the minds that are constructing and molding the world we live in with technology and performances and writing a beautiful script like this and directing it, like Sam was saying, it's just, I don't know, it's one of those movies that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good to be around and appreciate these things. And
Danny Boyle, Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Yeah.
Fassbender, Rogen, Winslet. Thank you.
Jeff Daniels,
sure.
It was something else. It's about a high rating we can give. Check it out. Go see it.
Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, please do. So, signing off, and we'll be back sometime soon.
Yeah. There's movies.
There's movies. There's plenty of good movies coming out, but we'll be posting as regularly as possible. So we'll see you guys around, and thanks for watching. Bye.
How integral is Sting to seeing, like, if you see Sting live, is that just as good as saying I saw the Police live?
For the everyman, probably yes, but it's unfair to Andy and Stewart. Thank you. I guess I'm the everyman. No, it's unfair to, because Stewart brings like that punk aspect to it because he's like wanted to be in a punk band.
Yeah.
And Andy Summers is like so so underrated. Because Sting became this. I mean, when you have one name,
yeah,
it's kind of
it worked out
game,
for
set,
Prince
match.
And by that rationale, all you'd need is Bono and the Edge. For U2, you wouldn't have to see
the everyman.
Yeah,
that's all you need. That's
the
sad thing. Like, you pull someone off the street, and you're like, name all the members of U2, name all the members of the Police. I freaking forgot Stuart Copeland's name.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah, but he's probably my favorite member of the Police. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't think. Again, you're not going to get U2 without the full effect.
Yeah.
The Police. But the Police, man, that's a band that just, like, they don't hate each other according to Stewart, but just like they don't get along. Like there's squabbles.
Do they say they don't hate each other, or?
Well, there's no reason for them not to like lie about it now.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for Stewart to be like, no, we love each other, and then secretly hate. You know what I mean? Like
we haven't seen a reunion tour for like 8 years though, and by all accounts, we're not going to get one.
That's it. I mean, you were never going to get it.
That's one of my big regrets that I didn't see that. Then again, it was like $200 a pop. So
I mean, I would have liked to see the Police, but yeah, $200 a pop.
Yeah, just like I would have loved to see the Rolling Stones during the 50th anniversary tour, but again, $200 for cheap seats.
Yeah.
But maybe, they're always touring. They say that they want to tour into the ground. Is the Rolling Stones fine with just Mick and Keith? Do you really need Ronnie Wood, who isn't even the original?
Which is crazy
even
to
the
think.
Second guitarist.
Which is even crazy to think that he didn't come along till like the late 70s.
77.